made up algorithmic reality that we concoct in our minds and then project out into what we deem as reality, which encompasses the words artificial and struggle. Today, obviously, as you've seen, we're going to talk about why not both. And if you ever remember the famous old Taco Bell commercial where I forget the girl was asking about toppings, or I don't even know what it was, but the commercial goes, ¿Por qué no los dos? She's asking, why not both? That is how I approach a lot of different decisions and or beliefs or ideas in life is why not both? So to reference the Reddit post, it went on something along the lines of should this person go into IT or the trades? Should they go to college or just start working and get a skill trade? And what immediately came to my mind is what I tell a lot of people, it's what I've heard in my own life, and it's what I've referenced a lot in my own life, which is ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not both? If we could all agree that humans are complex beings, we're not just two dimensional. We a lot of things at their essence and nature might be simple to some people in how they view them, but they're very complex. Life itself is complex in its structure, in the way it behaves, in its search for meaning. My position is that breaking things down to either or, and of course, this comes with so much nuance, so don't take everything I say literally. But breaking things down to either or is an illusion. It's illusory, it's not real. And that speaks in absolutes when you start to say black or white, red or blue. That speaks in absolutes. And I think absolutes are egotistical. Order comes from chaos. And people think that those things are distinctly separate instead of one and the same. So that sounds like a lot of woo woo mystical bullshit. I get it. Just follow me. That Reddit post, IT or the skilled trades. Because careers are not linear. This is some advice that I've gotten from somebody that I've worked with in the past when I was struggling trying to find out exactly what I wanted to do. I initially had left one of the jobs I was at for 3 years when I first moved up here, pursuing a degree that would conflict with the times. This is back when I would go in person. It would conflict with the times that I had to work. So I left that place. I'm no longer pursuing that degree. I was convinced that that was what I was going to do, and I still changed my mind. So careers are not linear. Even after you obtain the certification or the degree, they're only as useful as you are. So what you'll see a lot of people who are in higher positions say is that, yeah, you can get the degree, but what are your projects? But have you done any home labs? Do you have any working experience with this thing? So I'll say all that to say, IT or the trades, why not both? Because none of those things absolutely will make you successful. You might start out in help desk and never leave. You might start out in the trades and possibly get injured. There are other extraneous hidden variables that we cannot account for. A large part of where you end up, a large part is based on your decisions, your choices, and your circumstances. So we can't answer these questions with fervor and confidence and speak in those absolutes. So why I say why not both is why not start a trade until you have transferable skills that lands you a position entry level in IT while you're pursuing the degree. Customer service, then I moved to automotive manufacturing and sort of just kind of started to learn myself, pivoted into trying to get into biology or pursuing biology, and then decided that ultimately I wanted to do tech. But I'm still open to automotive manufacturing. I'm still open to learning a trade. These things do not define me. They are just a means to get what I want. But in the pursuit of these things, I can not only learn more about myself, I can still pursue something else. One avenue does not close because you seek out another. We have to lose that binary mindset. I'll break this down to in the story of how this applies to me, and then I'll let you guys go, I promise. When I was deciding whether or not I wanted to save money or pay off debt fully, I couldn't grasp which one was going to make more sense. Not only mathematically, but which one was going to give me more fulfillment, which one was going to give me more psychological ease, until I came to the conclusion of why not both. Now, when you have debt, you have to make your minimums. So that was out of the question. But what it was, do I accelerate with paying off debt solely, or do I save and invest and pay off debt? I decided to do both. And although it's ill advised by a lot of people who are in that industry that are professionals, I feel more fulfilled doing both because I'm making progress in two things that I care about instead of one. So, where that would be itching and scratching in the back of my mind that I can't wait to do this thing and sort of making me dread the process, I can do a little bit of both. And that's the gist of this video is let's not get so hung up on either or. And this comes with nuance, but sometimes it's okay to do both. And I want you to examine where in your life you're faced with an imaginary choice and you're making it black or white when it could be gray. Gray isn't just confusion. It's not just a place where morals lack and you sit on the fence. Sometimes it's just the path less traveled because people want to work in absolutes, and that's just not how life is. So to answer that question to that person, I would tell them two things, and this is exactly what I commented. I said careers are not linear. You might start out in X, land on Y, and end in Z. That's just how it works. Your title really doesn't matter more so than your experience, your responsibilities, which leads into number two. Your certs and your degrees are only as useful as you are. So to answer your question, why not both? It gives you something to think about. And that doesn't just apply to work, it applies to a lot more. I'll get back on my normal schedule next week. Let me know what you think.